Okay, welcome back, dear friends. Today I'd like to continue our series of Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be CK00. I will put the link into the description section below so that you can download the image. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. So now, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported the virtual machine image into the VirtualBox now, so we can go into the Kali Linux. As you can see over here, I have already identified the IP address of the virtual machine as 156. Of course, we can use like the net discover to do this. And also, then I did the Nmap scanning. I did the scene scan, the virtual scan, the script scan. Of course, this is the default script scan. And also I did the comprehensive scan by specifying the option of P-P-. So from the Nmap scanning results, as you can see over here, the two open ports, the first one is 22, which is running SSH, and also the actual version number information is displayed over here. Also, of course, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability what we can exploit. The second port is 80, which runs HTTP service, also the version information, which is Apache 2. So now I think what we are going to do next is to do some emulation for the 80 ports. And because this is the web server, we need to open up our browser. Let's put the IP address of the virtual machine into the browser. From the title, you can see this is just another WordPress, and now we have already got the page back. But as you can see, it apparently the page is not loaded completely. And if we could check the source code, and I think we need to put the host name of CK into the host file. Okay, let's do it now. We can use the sudo vim, and let's add the host name IP address matching record into the host file. Right, and quit. Now we go back to our browser and refresh. We can get the complete or normal page back. And I think this is from the bottom. We can know this site is running WordPress. And also we can check this site has robots file, but not found. And also we can use the Ligto to do some emulation. Yeah, again, the Ligto has already confirmed that the site is running WordPress. So I think now, of course, we can use the GoBuster to do more direct emulation. But I can tell you, we can't get more information from that for that emulation. And now we need to use the WordPress scan and specify the URL and specify the option of E, and this means or stands for the emulation. And what we need to emulate is username and plugins. Let's hit enter. Yeah, we got the username, which is admin. And next we can crack the password for this user, and we can use the log queue as our word list. Okay, so when it's done, I'll come back. Okay, we successfully got the valid combinations. The username is admin, password is admin also. So, and I think now we can use these credentials to log in to the WordPress portal. Admin. Login. And as you can see, we successfully log in to the WordPress. And for the WordPress virtual machine, the next step would be to get the reverse shell. And the first way I'd like to try is to go to the appearance and then theme editor, and we can replace the 404 template by our reverse shell .php code. We can remove that, and we can copy, and we need to make some modifications, which is to modify the IP address to our Kali Linux. And also I like to change the port number to my favorite one. And now we can write and quit. We can cut the content of this code. We can make a copy of the whole section and paste in here. Update, but the has some error, unable to communicate back with the site to check for fatal errors. So it means that the first way or my favorite way cannot work for this virtual machine. And then the next option or next choice is to use the Metasploit. And we can launch our Metasploit console. And then we can search WordPress admin exploit module and use this module to get the foothold or initial foothold. Okay, and we can search the WordPress admin, and then we can use this module. We can use, and then we can show the options and set the local host to our Kali Linux. And also I'd like to change the local port to another one. And also we need to set the remote host to our exact case. And the port number, we can leave it to 80. And also we need to set the username to admin, and also the password admin. Let's run. It seems it's working. The Metasploit session 1 opened, and now we can go to the shell, and we can check the ID, check the version of Python. Python 2 is not installed. Python 3. Okay, we can go to the home directory and then make some very basic immersion. The 3 users, the first one is blah, and the second one is blah 1, and the last one is CK. And we can go to each of them, cd blah, but nothing special here. Go to the second one, blah one. Also go to the CK, and we got the first flag here. Okay, of course we need to get the root shell and the root flag. Yeah, we know that. And then we need to do some furthermore local immersion. Of course, I think the kernel is a bit outdated, but in this case we do not want to make use of this kernel version or the outdated kernel to get the elevated privilege. We can. Well, I need to find some misconfiguration. And always we need to check this file. And as you can see, the username is root. Of course, this is used by the database collection, and the password is this one. So I think this password should be, or possibly is the password for the blah, and we can make a copy and make a note of this one. So we can try to switch the password. Yeah, it does work. And we can check the sudo. Of course, we can use the SCP to make a lateral movement to another user, blah. But I think blah one, maybe the password is very similar. We just make a copy. Maybe this is the password for the second user. We can try that. Yeah, it did work. And now we can check the sudo again. And we can sudo bin bash. Yeah. And also we can check the sudo. It means that the password, so we can run the password. No password. We do not need to supply the password of a root to run this command, to run this dd. And we can go back to our GTF opens the dd sudo. So it means that we can write some data to this file. Of course, we can write to the file sudos, and we can search. Sudo sudos add the user without root password. So maybe we can put this into, and the username is CK00 or CK00, and we can make a copy. We can echo, paste in here, and sudo sudos. Okay, I need to specify the output file, sorry, and we can echo sudo yeah, no problem. And then we can sudo bin bash. Now we are root, and we can get the root flag here. Yeah, we successfully retrieved the root flag, and also we have already become the root user. So that's it. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.